My name is Jordan Cooney. I'm the Senior Manager of Strategic Partnerships at Big Brothers Big Sisters of Winnipeg. So I'll start off with our history. Our history goes back quite a ways, over 120 years ago. So it started in New York City in 1904. There was a gentleman by the name of Ernest Coulter. He was the first Big Brother, and he was a court clerk in New York. And at the time, he was noticing that boys who were getting into trouble in his neighborhood were frequently those that lacked social connections with adults. So after noticing this, he started to recruit people he knew in the social circle, or his social circle, to provide friendship to these boys in need. And similar stories of everyday people recognizing the need for more social support started forming in different cities across the United States. And then this movement moved into Canada with the creation of Big Brothers of Toronto in 1912. Our agency specifically, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Winnipeg, has been serving the city since 1970, with this year being our 55th anniversary. When it comes to our mission, our core mission is to provide youth across our community with the best possible futures. And we do this by providing and supporting one-to-one mentoring relationships, although we also offer group mentoring with our volunteer mentors. These mentoring relationships help people overcome challenges, build self-esteem, and help break down any barriers they may be facing in their lives. Our mentorship process is built on strong, trusting relationships between the mentor and the mentee. So first, we assess the needs, interests, and goals of both the youth and mentor through interviews and background checks to ensure a safe and supportive environment. Once this is done, we work to make thoughtful matches based on shared interests, personalities, and goals. The mentorship typically involves regular interactions and activities where our mentors guide their mentees, offering support in personal development, education, life skills, but really just start by having fun together and getting to know each other, just like any other friendship. And we provide training and ongoing support to both mentors, mentees, and their families to ensure the relationship thrives. This process generally takes about 8 weeks to be enrolled as a volunteer, and we have a waiting list of about 100 young people right now that are ready for a match at any time. They participate in group programs until selected for a one-to-one match. Now, generally for little sisters, that wait time is about 6 to 12 months. And for little brothers, it's about over a year at this time. So one of the most common questions we get asked from our applicants is if they require a specific education or skills to become a mentor. And that's a myth. Becoming a mentor doesn't require specific skill sets other than perhaps enjoying interacting with children. But when selecting mentors, we look for individuals who are compassionate, reliable, and committed to making a positive difference in a young person's life. Our ideal mentors should have patience, empathy, and a strong sense of responsibility, and be eager to build a supportive, encouraging relationship with their mentee. Mentors don't need to be perfect, of course, but just willing to learn, listen, and offer guidance in a non-judgmental way. Mentorship is incredibly impactful for both the mentor and the mentee. Mentors are encouraged to focus on some key elements: expressing care, providing support, expanding possibilities, sharing power, and challenging growth. For the mentee, mentorship provides access to new perspectives, caring support, and valuable advice that can guide them through the personal and educational challenges they face. It also helps boost their self-esteem, academic performance, social skills, and better their mental health. For mentors, the process is just as rewarding. It allows them to give back to the community, develop meaningful relationships, and experience the joy of seeing a young person grow and succeed. Additionally, mentoring helps the mentor develop leadership, communication, and empathy skills, all of which contribute to personal growth and fulfillment. There are so many stories that it's hard to narrow them down, but we have somebody on our staff team who's been with the agency for 17 years, and he was actually a little brother himself, who's still close with his big brother today after all these years. His wife was actually a former little sister who stayed close to her big sister and who herself ended up being a big sister. We actually have 3 of our board members who are also bigs and have developed lifelong relationships with their littles. One of them is now working with her little sister at the University of Manitoba. And we have the absolute pleasure of knowing one particular little brother who ended up being the first child in his family to graduate high school, and he won a scholarship to university and is now working in the youth social service sector himself. And he maintains a close relationship with our staff, and he works with them as a colleague. So, for me personally, one thing that really resonates with me is seeing the transformation that occurs over time in both our mentees and our mentors. It's really something to witness their growth, confidence, and resilience that develops, especially in the youth when they're enrolled in our programs. And I also love seeing mentors take pride in their mentees' achievements. For example, like we'll get pictures when the big brother attends the little brother's graduation ceremony, if it's high school or university. Those always, pull at the heartstrings, so to speak. But another example is our match milestones. We've got matches that have been together for 30 years. Not officially in that component of being enrolled in the programs, but just staying in touch after the fact. And, they meet each other when they're 12 and 18, and they're still talking in their 30s and 40s. And, that's one of the things that I think it's a testament to the scale of the impact these lasting mentoring relationships can have. There are two direct ways you can support our agency, our matches, and the work that we do in the community. So number one, donations are absolutely crucial in allowing us to continue to operate as they help fund our programs, extend our resources, and our outreach efforts to connect with youth across the community who would benefit from mentorship. I should also mention we do have a program called Big Tow. So if you have a vehicle sitting in your backyard or in your driveway that you want to get rid of, maybe it's not driving, or you just want it out of there, you can call us. We can come and pick it up and give you a tax receipt for the full value of what the vehicle sells for at auction. And with tax season right around the corner, that's probably a good time to start looking into that for anyone listening. And then we have a partnership with Value Village, the Unicity location. So if you have any clothing donations or item donations you'd like to make, if you bring them down to the Unicity location for Value Village, we get a portion of the proceeds there as well. And of course, we're always seeking new volunteer mentors, as our youth waitlist is currently over a year. And we really want to ensure that the youth on our waiting list are getting matched. Manitobans can also volunteer at our fundraising events or help spread awareness about our agency and mission to encourage others to get involved. Even something as simple as sharing one of our social media posts. Every bit of support, whether it's time, donations, or spreading the word, helps ensure that we can continue to make a difference in our community.